The Mandalorian Season 2 is worth the wait. There will be major spoilers ahead. The episode starts where we left off. Mando is in search for the Jedi. Mando is trying to reach other Mandalorians for answers. A Cyclops-like character betrays Mando for his Beskar armor. Mando easily takes care of the threat. We get an awesome brawl with Mando completely owning. Mando finally gets his answer about another Mandalorian's location, all thanks to the Cyclops guy who was trying to run away. He tells Mando that there is another Mandalorian on the planet of Tatooine. There is only one guy with the Mandalorian suit that we all know about, who is also on Tatooine. Mando is now on Tatooine and meets up with the mechanic who took care of Baby Yoda on the last season. We get a lot of Easter eggs with the Phantom Menace. We finally get a slapstick clumsy droid scene which is very much needed. The mechanic shows Mando where the town of Mos Pelgo is located, since it did not exist on the maps of Tatooine. We get a beautiful scenic scene with Mando and Baby Yoda gliding through Tatooine. Mando is seen getting along with the Sand People and even communicating with them. It's not known why Mando and the Sand People are homies, and we see a side from the Sand People we have never seen before. Mando finally shows up on the almost deserted town of Mos Pelgo. Mando walks into the bar and tells the bartender if he knew about another Mandalorian. The Mandalorian in Mos Pelgo is simply the marshal of the town, only it was not a Mandalorian. It's someone with Boba Fett's armor. He introduces himself as Cobb Vanth and admits he has never seen a Mandalorian before, and that he isn't a Mandalorian. The Marshal and Mando were on a Mexican standoff. They get rudely interrupted by a giant sand creature that swims in the sand. It's known to the locals as a krayt dragon, and it swallows a bantha whole. We get a little backstory about the Marshal. As soon as the second destruction of the Death Star and the fall of the Empire, a gang of bandits took over the town. It's interesting to see the fall of the Empire actually having consequences on the galaxy. The Marshal survived and escaped nearly dying in the hot desert of Tatooine, luckily being saved by the Jawas. The Jawas noticed that the Marshal had a Camtono. Cobb took what he could when he ran off from the invaders. The Camtono was full of fine crystals. The Jawas tried to bargain him with astromech droids and other valuables. The Jawas had something that caught the Marshal's eyes. It was a green Mandalorian armor that belongs to none other than Boba Fett, with Mando's creed. The green armor belongs to him. The Mando and the Marshal struck a deal. They would have to take down the Alaskan bullworm that's devastating the town and the planet. The Marshal knows the krayt dragon's lair. The Marshal's ride is a part of a pod racer. We get a very interesting scene with Mando and the Marshal meeting with the Sand People by chance. The Marshal thought it was pure insanity to work with the Sand People, but the Sand People want to kill the huge krayt dragon as well. The krayt dragon is actually eating sarlacc pits and digesting things at a certain time, which explains why Boba Fett's armor was found by the Jawas. The humans and the Sand People need to work together, and that is something we have never seen in the Star Wars galaxy. I have way more respect for the Sand People after this episode. Unlike Anakin, the fleet of humans and Sand People confront the krayt dragon, but the creature was a lot smarter and bigger than they thought. Mando's plan is to kill it with explosives dug underground, but it did nothing to the krayt dragon and it continued to chomp away at them and started puking giant loads of stomach acid. The Mando and the Marshal fly off to take the krayt dragon down. Luckily, there was a bantha full of explosives. Mando's new plan was for the Alaskan bullworm to eat the bantha full of explosives. Life must not be good for banthas at all. The krayt dragon eats Mando with the bantha as well. For a second there, I really don't know how anyone could have survived that. Mando successfully explodes the inside of the krayt dragon while flying off its huge mouth. The krayt dragon has now been defeated. Mando finally takes the armor from the Marshal and glides away with Baby Yoda through the Tatooine desert. A man is looming over Mando. That man is none other than Boba Fett. After all these years and all these theories and backstories and legend stories about Boba Fett, he lives. Mando will get his answers about the Jedi and even the Sith from Boba Fett. I really enjoyed this episode. The intense factor was there, the cool factor was there, and the Star Wars factor was there. Even the cuteness factor was there. We can only wait and see what the next episode has in store. I can actually see Boba Fett and Mando actually meeting on the next episode. Thank you for watching my video. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Darth Valdez. I am going to do weekly reviews and recaps for every episode that comes out on The Mandalorian. So hit the bell notification to be the first to watch my videos.